You wanted to talk about Aaron Judge because you're an Aaron Judge stan. I also love Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is putting together another insane season. And Parker, you posed the question to me, when is it appropriate to call Aaron Judge the best right-handed hitter of all time? Sir, you have the floor.
Okay, so Aaron Judge over the last 4 seasons, including this year, so 2022 onward, has put up 10.8, 4.6 because he missed 60 games, 10.8, and 3.6 so far this season WAR. Aaron Judge has, in those 3 seasons, eclipsed the WAR total for several perennial all-stars in our game. Aaron Judge this year is carrying a 412 batting average into play today. He has a 1279 OPS, 257 OPS plus. He is a one-man wrecking crew as a hitter for these New York Yankees, and is basically the only reason that the New York Yankees have maintained their lead in the AL East. Also, combined with the fact that the Red Sox have played fucking terribly over the last couple months, at least by the standard that they set for themselves with the moves they made in the offseason. And I just think that a guy who has this much bold, italicized information on his baseball reference page, the owner of the American League home run record for a single season, a guy who basically every single year that he is healthy, truly healthy, and putting the bat on the ball, you can chalk up for 30 home runs and 100 RBI. I just think that this guy does more damage as a right-handed hitter than any other right-handed hitter in baseball history. Like, think about the best right-handed hitters in baseball history. Who comes to mind? To me, it's like Albert Pujols. I think about guys like Manny Ramirez, maybe a Mark McGwire. I think I would rather have Aaron Judge in there over any of those guys.
Ooh, you're forgetting about one. Can I tell you, when you first posed this question to me, only one person came to my mind right away, and I think the only person's worthy of a debate. It's Willie Mays.
Willie Mays, yeah.
It's Willie Mays. It's Willie Mays and Aaron Judge. Honestly, I think that's the debate.
Okay. Aaron Judge is in his 9th MLB season, right? 10th MLB season currently. He is 33 years old, and he currently, going into play today, has 330 home runs. If I'm not mistaken, Willie Mays has 660, or is that King Griffey Jr.? I'm going to look it up.
He has 660, yeah.
Yeah, Willie Mays has 660 home runs. So he is actually at, weirdly enough, the halfway point for Willie Mays' home run total, which was set over the course of 23 big league years. So, if Aaron Judge completely trounces the Willie Mays home run mark of 660 and gets to 700, which I truly think that Aaron Judge will do, where are we at? In 10 years, if Aaron Judge is approaching 700 home runs or even has like 630 home runs, where are we at? Because Willie Mays, to your point, put up 5 seasons of 10 or more WAR, and Aaron Judge has 2.
But all right, so here's the not necessarily a problem with what you're saying, but let's extrapolate that, because that is it. He is slightly over. So I did a comparison. He is slightly over where Willie Mays was 10 years into his career. So if I go to Willie Mays, 10 years, Aaron Judge in 10 years is at 330 home runs. Willie Mays in that same time frame, let me make sure I get it right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. He's at 279. All right, so
slightly over. That's a whole season of work.
Okay. Yes, I know. 60 home runs. Okay, 60 home runs over. Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is Willie Mays ended up playing another 12 seasons. Guys, Aaron Judge is 33, and he's a big dude. All right, so my question to you, Parker, is could he hit 700? Maybe, possibly. But how long is this guy playing? That's a fair question.
Well, how long is he under contract for?
Till I think about 3,074.
Exactly. So hold on. Let's look at
Doesn't
the
mean you're
Judge
playing.
contract. Let's look at the Judge contract real quick because I'm
through
very
through
interested
20
here.
through 2021 through 2021.
2031.
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah,
2031. I can't talk tonight.
So
2031.
You don't. So he's under contract until his age 39 season.
That's
age
gonna be hard to hit, Parker.
39.
That's gonna be hard to hit.
So this year being his age 33 season. So I don't know, man. He hits so many fucking home runs.
All right,
let me. We have 4 months left.
All right, slow your roll here, Parker. Let's see. So you I love that you're literally such an Aaron Judge stan. It breaks my heart to try to like prove you wrong right now. I'm so sorry. So how many seasons does he have left? Let's call it 5, 6.5. Okay, right. So we'll call
you
this
think
one a
he's
half.
only going to play 6 more seasons?
Let's just go through the contract, right? 2020, 2031. Okay, 6 more seasons. So 6.5. I'll give you a half for 2025. So if you subtract 700 home runs minus what he has now, Jesus, I can't think today. My brain's not working. 700 home runs minus the 330 he has now. He's at 370 he needs left to hit 700. So let's just do an average. So divided by 6.5.
His 162 game average is 52 home runs times 6 seasons is 312. So Correct. He does come up short in 6 seasons.
He does come up short in 6 seasons because what's the average of home runs if you do that 370 divided by 6.5? You're looking at 56 home runs a season. Parker, are you telling me 39-year-old Aaron Judge is going to hit 36 home runs?
No, but I'll tell you that
56. 56.
So here's the deal. Do we detract from Aaron Judge because he doesn't do the 1973 and 1972 Mets years of Willie Mays where he tacks on an extra 6 and 8 home runs? He hit 18 at the age of 40. Like, if Aaron Judge doesn't do the seasons that take him into his age 40, 41, 42 years and tack on those ticky-tack home runs at the end of the year, at the end of his career, do we still think he's a less productive offensive player than Willie Mays?
No. Let's separate that, okay? I'm talking about the point of hitting 700 home runs, okay? The point of hitting 700 home runs, it would be hard for him to get there. The average home runs he'd have to hit in the next 6.5 years is 56 homers. Now, you're right. Assume some of those years he hits 62, 65. Maybe he has a couple of those years in there. But still, that's not going to make up for a year when you have 30, 35, like a normal human being when you're 38 and 39, which if you had to
but that was totally fine. Just because Willie Mays played for a million seasons. Willie Mays' 162 game average was 36 home runs.
True.
So if this is a guy that over the course of a 16-year career averages 48 home runs, is that not a better offensive player throughout his career?
No, I'm saying something totally separate. Yeah, I was talking about the 700 home runs point, but to your point of who's the better right-handed hitter, now I'm just being a pain in the ass on the 700 home run thing. On your initial question of is he the best right-handed hitter of all time? Yes. I think it's.
I think Willie Mays is. Let me make this very clear. I think Willie Mays is definitively a better player than Aaron Judge.
Yes.
Better player. Offensive right-handed hitter, though.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that goes to Aaron Judge at the end of his career. Right now, you got to give it to Willie Mays.
Correct, because your initial question was, is it time to start talking about it? I think it's very okay to talk about it.
Okay.
I think it's a valid
argument. You know who else is a right-handed hitter? Hank Aaron. Let me ask you a question, though. Offensively, if you had to plug any 3 of those players in at DH in a offensive season in their prime, which one are you picking today? Their best season. If you could take their best season. and plug it in at the DH position, which one are you taking? Because
All right.
I
Let me think about
subscribe
this.
to the line of thinking that your 7-year peak is kind of what defines you as a Major League Baseball player. We can't predict health, but the guys who have the 7-year peak, like Pedro Martinez has an argument for being the greatest pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball because his 7-year peak was better than arguably better than any other pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball.
All right. Let me think out loud on this one. This is hard. The reason why it's hard for me is because I understand where you're going with this. Is Aaron Judge going to be my designated hitter? You probably can't find anyone better. However, if I want a hitter in the fourth spot and I'm in a tight game in a World Series and I want someone to either get on base, get a hit, get a home run, and not strike out, it's hard not to go with Aaron for one reason. His strikeout percentage is miles lower than Aaron Judge's, is even in his best season. I mean, you
Okay.
look at Hank Aaron's best season, his strikeout percentage, his best season 7%. Like, I could put him up there and know that I'm not going to get at least one of the true outcomes. You know what I mean? Whereas you're still
Mm-hmm.
getting that with Judge. So I'm not saying I'm picking him over Judge, but that's huge for me.
I'm doing a stat head player comparison between the two, the first 10 seasons of their career, and I want to see what it looks like.
You see
This
what I
is
mean?
fucking interesting, man. So I'm going
Okay.
to take
What do you
WAR
got?
out of it because we're not taking defense into account. Willie Mays wins every counting stat, and Aaron Judge wins every rate stat. Willie Mays has more, except for home runs. Willie Mays has more hits, more RBI. Stolen bases is, I guess I mean, it's an offensive player, so you have to take stolen bases
Yeah.
into account. But I'm talking about plate appearance, like what happens in your plate appearances. Willie Mays
Yeah.
also wins the rate statistic of batting average, 316, which I just think he was hitting against worse pitching back then. Call me crazy, but I think the pitching in the 60s was worse than the pitching it is now.
Fair.
Aaron Judge does lose batting average. He does still have a 293 career average. Like, the guy can fucking hit for average. When it comes to on base percentage, Aaron Judge has 20 points higher. Slugging percentage, he's 20 points higher. OPS, he is 50 points higher. And OPS plus, which is what I'll fall back on, mostly because it supports my argument, but also because it's the true measure of like overall offensive production when it comes to swinging a baseball bat. He's 18 points higher through their first 10 seasons. This is just 10 seasons versus 10 seasons. And I did take out Willie Mays' first season at 17 years old, which was a terrible season, really. But I took that out. I just did the 10 seasons, second year to 11th year.
I mean,
and this is also an Aaron Judge that is not done with his 10th season.
Correct. I mean, hey, your argument's a good one, and I'm here to tell you that I it's hard not to agree with it, right? It absolutely is okay to have a conversation about Aaron Judge being the best right-handed hitter of all time. When you look at the Mount Rushmore of the best right-handed hitters of all time, easily Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Aaron Judge, and we can decide who the fourth one is.